not just one. There's not just one set of NPCs that's with you all the time.
But even so, like I said, a lot of games start out like that,
Yeah.
but after a while, you still end up, you know.
You know, there's development and the skill parts to buy. So I think it'll stay like that for quite a while, to be honest with you.
But it's pretty much guaranteed it's going to hit that tipping point eventually. The only games
There's
that ever
always
seem
that
to
end
get
game
it,
point where you end up just rich and there's nothing else to buy.
Use
the plant.
Oh yeah, of course. The only games that ever seem to get it to a balance that's sustainable is MMOs, but most games can't do that because they're not MMOs.
That's because MMOs have the repair costs, which are an economic control designed to stop inflation.
Plus, it's a game where you're intending to spend much more time in it than just like 50 hours or so.
Yeah.
You're looking at spending literally days, weeks of real world time in them. So
I must have, I don't know, at least a year of real world time in World of Warcraft.
I saw some guy saying that he'd put almost a decade of real world time into playing a game.
Holy shit.
It was something like 8 years. Dota players have probably managed that, and he's not even been around that long.
I got an old Swedish friend of mine, Keso, into World of Warcraft, so, you know, I was talking to him about it, and he was like, I want to play it now. He went out and bought it, and he had Asperger's. But he started playing, and because of his Asperger's, he just, like, worked out, like, the most efficient route.
Yeah.
To do everything, and he was level 60 in like a week.
Cool.
And he was just like, I'm done with this game. I loved it. It's like, it's no more, you're not supposed to finish it in a week and stop. Yeah. It was brilliant. He never did teach me how he did it though.
I remember people complaining about Star Wars Galaxies and how long
Mark Brown.
Oh yeah. I remember people complaining about Star Wars Galaxies and how long it took to level up, and that's like, bitch, please, I can go from level 1 to level 18 in about 4 hours. Well, let me do it. Oh, there we go.
You weren't close enough.
Yeah.
God, he looks like a Renaissance version of Mr. Blobby.
I've forgotten all about him until you just mentioned it. Me. I'll punch you in the dick. Oh, I should have.
I hope the guy who gives you the mask looks like fucking Noel Edmonds. No.
That'd be awesome. Well, that was hard.
Oh, shit. He's fucked up.
What's up, bitch? Oh, I can't kill him with the one. Oh, well, I can't knock him out with the one combo. I need 2. Fuck off.
Couldn't you grab him and just beat the shit out of him?
Yeah, but it's more fun to do counters. Especially
Yeah,
against
it
big.
is.
Oh, come here, bitch. Oh, I can't grab him, yeah.
That's a criticism that's always levelled against Assassin's Creed. It's all about the counters.
It is too easy, to be fair. But I suppose it makes up for how broken the parkour is.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed 4 countered that somewhat with the introduction of guns.
Headbutt. Well, Assassin's Creed 3 had guns, but they were still...
They weren't as prolific, whereas in Assassin's Creed 4 you've got guys like guarding the forts and all of them have rifles.
No, and they were more common in Assassin's Creed 3. Assassin's Creed 4 is set before it. You're playing as Kenway's father.
The Indian guy?
Yeah, no, that's Assassin's Creed 3.
Oh, I've got them backwards.
Assassin's Creed 4 is his grandfather set like 80 years earlier.
Oh, 3's the last one I played then. I had them backwards.
Assassin's Creed 3 has a little bit of the ship stuff. It has 12 missions. Assassin's Creed 4 was the one that has the open world.
Right. Yeah, it's 3. I had them backwards. It's 3 that I've played then. I have 4.
Unfortunately, with Assassin's Creed 3, you can't just go randomly riding around in your boat and boarding ships.
So that's how
It's a
it's
shame.
going to be, eh?
But they listened to what people said and they extended it in
4.
In Assassin's Creed 4, yeah. Just kill them all with their own weapons.
Oh,
I love that one. Nice. Oh, I did the same thing again.
Brilliant if you kill all 4 of them with the same kill.
Great.
Hat trick.
Are we gonna get the full? No, finally a different one.
That neck snap, it's the little like wiggly kicky leg when you snap his neck that makes it. Like one of their legs always twitches.
They're really the subtitles in this are really weird. They don't have it. It's like they say you can have this many words, and then they just jump to the next one. They don't look for sensible places to pause. It's just like.
I wonder if it was a computer that automatically arranged the subtitles, or whether someone did it manually.
Dunno. I mean, Bunny does this semi-professionally now, you know, subtitles and stuff. If she put them out like that, she wouldn't get paid.
It's very weird.
And she did subtitling for a bunch of Saturday Night Live skits recently.
Of, like the text calls or dialogue that you used to get in SNES, like old NES games, where it cuts off in the middle of a word or something stupid like that.
Well, I could understand they really needed to make as much use of it as efficiently as possible. But these days, that's not a problem. But speaking of
Did
Bunny
you just
and
murder
stuff,
these guys 2 minutes ago?
Yeah. Bunny did some transcription for some Saturday Night Live sketches yesterday. So, yeah.
Is that why she didn't join us in the garden?
Part of it.
Well, yeah.
Well, for part of the day anyway.
Yeah. Move! Oh, a hammer!
Ish. I might go and swap.
Hammer in the morning, hammer in the evening.
I might go and swap back to my one of my hammers actually. Fuck off. Well, that guy's like, okay, I'm fucking hell. 8 of them ran away. I've never had that many run away at once.
It's because you just kicked the shit out of the big guy, didn't you?
I think it's because I got 2 guys like literally back to back. Because I killed this guy first, but then I killed one guy with his own weapon, and immediately afterwards countered the other guy with the hidden blades. They keep falling over like that.
I mean, look at the turn. He was like, "Yep."
Ish. Like the cat, I have tasted my own taint, and this smells worse, as you put it. That time you almost died.
That's how he keeps his hands lethal when he shoves them in everyone's faces. He's getting like the swan pass out.
Now I understand.
He's getting the swan pass out of the guard's tent.
Like Malrats.
Yeah.
You told us to let you know if we saw that rotting culo who stole
Rotting culo, cocksucker.
He's on his way to the Doge's party.
I will go.
Rotting culo. Spanish for Italian for cocksucker.
Yes.
I wonder what it actually literally translates to.
Probably cocksucker.
Let's find out.
And Marco will retreat back into his palazzo. We'll have wasted our
My
time.
phone.
Also, it's alright, it doesn't close again.
Alright, right. I just thought it might run faster.
It's alright, it's fine.
They're already on their way to the party, all along the route.
Also, you were right and I was horribly wrong. This is different software.
Ah.
I can do that.
So you can still at least use it.
It is really good as well.
I haven't actually tried it. Steal the golden mask from Dante Moro to enter the party and assassinate Marco.
There might have been a patch since I was last here.
Possibly.
Because I remember it didn't work very well last time. It was the same. It was practically the same as the 3DS browser.
Well, maybe they've addressed that because of complaints. Because there's no reason for it to be limited.
No.
It only has like a gigabyte of RAM, but for a trimmed down system like that, you've seen how well they've used it.
Yeah. What fucks up the 3DS browser though isn't images or big web pages or anything like that. It's the advert scripts.
Well, yeah. To be fair, adverts fuck up any browser, don't they?
But it, like, to the point where it can crash the browser and completely lock it up.
I've had that recently with Firefox. I've gotten to the point where I've installed AdBlock Plus, not because I'm sick of the adverts, but because I'm sick of the adverts crashing the browser.
Yeah.
The browser runs fine for a while, and then it's just like the adverts will all get in the way, and it'll go. Aah! So I have the system resource. I have 16 gigabytes for fuck's sake.
The advert scripts are just always horribly bloated with tracking software and all kinds of crap.
And what keeps happening is people keep installing AdBlock, so they make them even more invasive. When they don't seem to realise if you just had them sat in the background, not doing anything, people would turn off the AdBlock, and you'd make money!
See, I have no problem with like banner ads.
No, neither do I. As long as they're not fucking flash ads.
Yeah, so long as they're not making sound. If they're animated, fine. As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Sometimes the animation can be quite cool, quite eye-catching. If it's just something very basic, like a cloud effect across the top.
I don't mind those background ads that like sit behind the web page as you scroll down, and like the web page has a gap in it where you can see them.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's great. I think Cracked uses that style now as well, actually. But it's when the videos pop up, some little thing like on YouTube that sits at the bottom of the player.
Yeah.
I hate those.
Obscures what you're seeing.
Yeah.
The banner adverts on YouTube videos are a pain in the ass. They should make them somewhat transparent so you can still see stuff behind them. People will be less likely to click them off then.
Yeah.
The reason people use ad blockers and click those things off is because they get in the way of what you're trying to watch.
What a lot of sites have started doing now is having using the new versions of web browsers have like an alert bar that can be triggered by websites that pops down and it like says this website is trying to use cookies or whatever usually. Yeah. They've started using that to say please don't use adblock.
I found one like that. I think it was Forbes. It's like it went to the thing. It popped up full screen thing. It said we realise you're using ad blocker. Please disable it before you can enter the site.
And they won't let you in unless you disable it.
Yeah. So I was like, no, I'm not fucking going to your website then, you cunt.
Yeah, I got the same thing. I've encountered that.
Forbes of all places. Forbes are supposed to be a tech website. You'd think they'd know.
I understand that they need revenue to operate.
So do I. But they don't seem to understand that by doing that, they're losing revenue. They'll get more by not being knob jockeys.
Yeah, absolutely. What did she say? Rotting Culo?
Rotting... Yeah, ROTTINCOLU. CULO.
Right, so my search results are right. We have Cocksucker in Dublin. As a restaurant. It's a restaurant in Dublin called Cocksucker.
Doesn't surprise me in the slightest. It's Dublin for you.
I think I need to refine my search results. Not just typing in Rotting Culo just gets us this restaurant.
Rotting Culo meaning.
Yeah, meaning.
Or translation. I got another medicine.
By the way, I forgot to sign into my own account last night when I was web browsing at first.
Meh.
So you'll have a couple of cracked pages in your web browsing history.
I don't use the web browser on that anyway. I have the computer. It doesn't bother me anyway. I'm really not. I've searched for porn on other people's computers.
We're all adults here.
Yeah.
Italian curse words dictionary result. There we go. Oh.
I'm not particularly squeamish about that kind of thing, as long as it's nothing illegal that's gonna like get me arrested by Trident or some shit. Fuck off, dick balls. Come here, dick butt. Dick butt. Don't be such a dick butt. Dick in my butt. Dick in my butt. Come and get a dick inside of my butt. Dick in my butt. Dick in my butt. Don't put your dick inside of my butt. Dick in my butt. Dick in my butt. Don't put your dick inside of my butt.
Even on an Italian slang dictionary, I couldn't find a result for it.
Really?
Actually, I wonder if Google Translate will load on this browser.
I'll try. Back off. Oh, I love that one.
That was just wrong.
Yeah, in all the right ways. You know the biggest problem I have with how lazy Ubisoft are being with the games to an extent? Because they're massive, but there are some really lazy points. You know, like you get this fancy armour, and you can only have it in that colour. It's like that. I think it was a Ferrari advert in the 80s. You can have it in any colour you want, as long as it's red.
I remember that.
Was it Ferrari?
That still played in the 90s.
What was it? It was some car company anyway. You can have it in any colour you want, as long as it's red. At least they took the piss out of with it. Oh, I have to follow him. I thought I needed to beat the shit out of him. Derp. Finally found him.
I typed in Rotting Cool or Google Translate detected it as English.
Do you know what tickles me? When you have those things that are like... Twitter sometimes detects a word like lol as being Polish, and you translate it, and it translates it to lol.
I think rotting cooler might be shit. Either it's not what we said and we've misremembered it, or it's just a made-up word to sound.
No, because
like
they're really big on historical accuracy
You
with
think
this.
so, but it doesn't translate to anything.
Maybe it's an archaic,
Possible.
and people just don't use it anymore. Maybe it's not Italian. Because they do with these, they pride themselves on being as accurate as possible. They've won awards for it from historians and stuff. You can genuinely learn things by playing these games. You can learn a lot.
I just tried breaking the word down rather crudely because I don't know Italian.
Yeah.
Into rotting and culo.
And?
And rotting isn't a real word, but rotti is, which means broken. And culo means ass.
Broken ass.
Broken ass. So maybe it's a homosexual slur, meaning...
Could be.
Like, maybe they sort of like mistranslate like the homosexual slur as cocksucker.
Yeah. It could be one of those. It could also have been a regional thing.
Yeah,
Regional
that's where I think
interpretation
it
of
might be, is
something.
like a homosexual slur.
That does seem to fit then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Loosely. The problem with trying to transliterate insults from other languages is that they don't directly translate, and you'll sometimes get that it means what they want it to mean at the time.
Yeah.
They don't. They're not as clearly defined as like when we say fuck, we mean fuck. When we say shit, we mean shit. You know. Some languages can be like, you know, you'll say one word can be just an all-round. Like the chief swear word in Norway is fan, F-A-E-N. It doesn't actually have a precise meaning. It originates loosely meaning the devil. It roughly translates as fuck, but it can also mean shit, bastard. You know what the fan are you doing? Fan you, that kind of thing.
Actually kind of useful.
It's a nice word as well. It's like, I saw this Norwegian guy talking about it, saying fan. It sounds a bit like fun, and that's exactly what it is. Fun. And then he was doing a thing showing like the then look at the Polish version of it. Perkele. That's their version of fuck. Perkele. So bitch. Marco Barbarigo. Let me change my dick then.
Got to give kudos to the Polish. They're the only people who can fit like 6 Z's in a single word.
What about the fucking the Finns? They have like 8 I's in every word. Yeah. They're obsessed with the letter I. It's everywhere. Alright. What do I do now? Oh yeah, he comes, he's like, suck my dick. And the thing about Finnish, even though it doesn't look like it, they actually pronounce all of them.
All the letters in the word, you mean?
Yeah, somehow, even though they don't, they just they pronounce all of them.
I don't know any Finnish people.
I do. Well, Darkantos, I met him through Let's Playing, but I also went to Finland with Dutch girlfriend when I was like I can't remember how old I was, 20 something. Let's just stay hidden for a bit. Like this.
Well, I pressed the wrong button and summoned the Deku tree. Way to go.
Not the Deku tree.
Nope. It dicked me over though.
So bitch. Let's just hire these women's if I... Do I have to hire them? Yeah, let's hire them.
Was she talking about her left eye then?
No, would you like a good time?
I thought she said I'd like rub my left eye on you or something like that.
No, would you like a good time with me? Right, remember the best way to do this was just to go somewhere and sort of hide in a room or something.